There he is.
Yeah, I'm here,
Hey, John.
boys.
Hello, John. How are you?
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get into Vassal now, so give me
Well, I think I just have it. The title for our little room is like Monday Night Game or something like that. Gang, yeah,
all
that's
right.
it. So, not that there's a whole lot of other Vassal Dresden games going on right now that you would
I
potentially
wouldn't
could
think
give.
so.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here we Thursday.
Yeah, there are other Monday night games, but they usually involve football, not cannonballs.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
That's
I
true.
I would I would watch. I think I would watch football if it included more cannonballs. If it was really a case where we were going to blitz the quarterback, I'd actually want to see, something a little bit
Yeah,
more than just a bunch of guys running at each other fast.
yeah. I'm so burnt out on sport. I haven't watched sports in years now.
I
Years.
watch. I watch Saturday with passion. College football. And I'm probably going to watch the Cowboys most of the year.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Cowboy fan, so
Well, it
They're on a
gotta
great
watch
year.
my Cowboys.
sport is gone. So.
Oh no. It knocked out the audio, or
Mhm.
is what else knocked out?
Uh-oh.
Looks like John is having technical difficulties. Not an uncommon occurrence.
Yeah, I got my. Oh, I got my map up, so.
Well, it looks like everybody's in on the map, so that's something.
Guys there?
Yay!
Don't hear
Yep,
anything.
we can hear you, John.
You did.
Okay, I'll just take it out. I noticed it wasn't plugged in, so
The monitor? Okay, we'll put it back in. Oh. Oh.
We can hear you, John.
It's whenever I plug in my monitor, then everything it cuts out. I don't know why.
Hmm.
What do you mean plug in the monitor?
So when you plug the HMI from the monitor into the laptop, then you guys cut out.
Oh,
Huh.
Hmm.
Well, that was.
That's probably because you can put sound over HDMI, and it's probably trying to do that.
That's probably what it's trying to do. It thinks your monitor has speakers.
But we need to go into the input and do.
do HDMI. Maybe.
TV? No, it have to be HDMI. Plug it in again and see what happens.
Okay, we might go away.
All right. Well, how's everyone been since last week?
Coming away.
We lost him again. Okay, let's try.
I can hear you.
Doing good.
Good.
yep, doing fine.
Busy with school.
Well, that's good.
My two.
I'm going to be getting my copy of the Battle of Berlin tomorrow.
Ooh.
Well, I've already got mine.
I know, but Jim normally hand delivers mine, so.
Oh,
Oh,
whenever I go to HDMI on the screen, it cuts you guys out.
Audio.
The audio.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you,
Oh. And then when we go to HDMI, it
Yeah.
brings it back.
There's nothing on the screen though. I wonder what this is all about.
It has to do somehow. We want to make sure we don't let the system think that the monitor
Well-
has sound.
I can play on the laptop. Yep, I'm good.
in the settings
Yeah.
screen, you should be able to, in the settings screen, under voice and video, there should be a drop down for your output device
Where are you talking on
in
what
Discord.
Discord? Okay.
In Discord, there's a little settings wheel
I
and voice and video.
voice and
Yeah, so it's on the left-hand side, that left-hand
Yep.
column.
Way down.
Yeah, all the
Got
way
it.
down. Yeah.
It says voice activity is selected input mode.
But you should have an output device. Upper right. And it should be a drop down.
Oh yeah.
So when you plug in your HDMI, make sure that's still on your current
Your
speakers.
current one, right?
It's set to default speakers.
The second choice.
Right. So
Second
why don't you
choice.
set it to specifically to your speakers?
It would be the top one. Default speakers HP. High definition.
We can play around with it. We're gonna try.
All right,
it
let's try
now.
that. Guys, there.
Yep.
Yeah. I can
Yeah.
hear-
We're gonna
Oh.
lose them, but they can hear us.
Testing, testing, testing.
Oh, we got you.
We,
Testing,
we
testing,
can hear you,
testing.
John.
Okay, good. Awesome.
There you go.
Awesome.
Good then.
Well, no, because we don't have the,
Okay, so now, what's happened? There's nothing.
go to input.
Oh,
Choose
go-
HDMI one.
All right.
The input's your microphone. We've been able to hear you.
Okay, we got you now. It's all good.
Excellent.
Yes.
Awesome.
The joys of technology.
Oh yes. All right.
All right. And is everybody, I guess everyone's in the module, so that's good. So it is the 3 o'clock turn.
And look at all those things become active.
Yep. All of those exciting things that were just off the map are now suddenly potential reinforcements to come on the map. So,
Oh, all the ones on the bottom that say 3?
yep. All
That's a
those
lot of
different
stuff.
ones yeah. Well,
That's the great hordes,
that
yeah.
is the Great Hordes. This is supposed to be, it's not supposed to be a one-sided event. It's supposed to be a nice seesaw battle here. So
They got about 8 miles to travel though.
piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Yeah, speaking of cannonballs, Napoleon needs to get out his tactical nuclear cannonballs.
Oh yes, we just drop those down at the edge of the board where those incoming guys are coming. The other good news, John, is that last turn Whittingston returned from the wounded pile. He's over in Dresden, as is Zythen returned from the wounded pile, as is the ADC to Whittingston. So you now have another command point back for the Allies. So the Allies now have 5 command points, but where you've got a slight issue is Tippelkirch is still paralyzed by the Champ du Part, as is your other 2 commanders down here in the Grossgarten, with your reserve artillery and with the fellow who's covering for von Prussen's absence. So, but at least
what does this fire thing on top of triple sketches?
So there's the rule where when Napoleon triggers the Champ du Part, all of the various and sundry divisional and brigade leaders need to make a check.
Right.
And if they fail that check, then their units can't, move forward toward the enemy. They can't engage in combat, etc., until their leader gets new orders or gets reactivated. So the way that works is you'd have an army leader or you'd have a corps leader go and stack with them at the beginning of the command phase. They make a roll. If they pass that roll, they basically have their morale check, their morale value plus the commander's morale value. If they pass that roll, then they are now able to be active again, and then they can move back to their respective brigade or division, and then can start moving around and doing all of their evil allied sort of activities.
I see,
So
okay.
you've got, so Tippelkirch is out. He was filling in for Perch's, brigade. Zythan's
Yeah.
back. So until Tippelkirch passes his check, he's still kind of paralyzed. And then Kleist and that other Austrian, Lehman, are still they have to be stacked with a corps or army leader in order for them to get back into command.
Right.
Oh, and actually, that's the first thing. He should roll one die right now, and 1 through 4.
Tippelkirch will be
becomes active.
Yeah, he'll get back to doing something exciting.
Okay. Okay. I'm all right. So all right. So wait. Okay. So he is where? Where on the map is
So
he right
Tippelkirch is right there under the so just behind the Prussian lines and near the Russians. There.
now? That's his ADC. I see.
Right. So yeah, no, Tippelkirch is a little further northwest. He's under this fire marker that I'm flashing.
I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. So he's stacked with Barclay de Tollet. Barclay has a morale bonus of 3. So you add the Barclay's 3 to the 1 of Tippelkirch. So if you roll a 4 or less, Tippelkirch is reactivated. And then you can move Barclay down and do the same thing with Kleist and this other guy. I think everybody on the Austrian side is recovered, right? Do we have anybody over on the Austrian side who still needs to roll?
No, I believe we got them all recovered last turn.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, John, why don't you go ahead and roll 1 6-sided die?
We still have a bunch at the south end of the map.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Okay. Roll a die. Okay.
A 5.
Roll a 5.
Yeah. So that's he's not ready to get back in the swing of things yet. That is the short answer. He's suffering PTSD from having heard the Chant de Part being sung.
Oh, yes.
So
heard the name, them shouting the name Napoleon, and they just freaked out. So
yeah, well, that would do it to me. So all right, so other than that, you guys have got your 5 command points to work with. If you guys want to go chat over in your section of the universe, and Robert and I will go chat in our section of the universe and figure out what we're going to do with our command points.
All
right.
Okay. Hello, Robert. How goes it with you?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
Busy last couple days. We went shopping on Friday, and William got a new truck.
Oh, good. What did he end up getting?
He got a Toyota Tacoma.
Okay. What did he have before?
A Ford Ranger.
Oh, okay.
So this one is older. It's a 2014.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's nice. Only has doesn't have a lot of miles on it, and the car prices are just crazy right now.
Oh yeah. Well, apparently, I guess a lot of new cars can't be produced because they don't have whatever the chips are that they need, and all the usual rigmarole.
This truck we got is 7 years old, but it was still pretty expensive. So
okay.
Yeah, so that we did that, and then I've just been working and things.
Okay.
So
well,
I was gonna talk to you about we were thinking of seeing the
oh yeah, the James Bond movie.
Yeah, I can't do Saturday now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Did you talk with Dave at all, or?
I haven't. I will have to text him and see what he's up to. Um, is there a weeknight that works for you?
I don't know. Friday would work, or the following Saturday.
So instead of the 30th, we're looking at the 6th of November.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
Saturday. Yeah, I could ask him. I could see what his schedule's like.
yeah. Hopefully, I think the movie will still be around.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it just came out, what, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like the came out the 8th or something.
Yeah. So I would presume that they would still be in the theater here in another couple of days. I mean, it's a James Bond movie, for goodness sake.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they usually keep those up for a while.
yeah.
All right. So,
So-
looking at our situation here with Dresden.
Yes.
Yeah. um. So I know you had to leave a little early. I set the arrival point for
Nay.
Ney
I see
here.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So you should be able to march there and then either march them through the suburbs, come out by Redoubt 2, or march up around the way and take Redoubt 1. But I kind of put it there so you'd have a choice which way you wanted to march them with.
You want to give me Marshal Ney's? I thought you were going to give me some of the guard.
Yeah, so Marshal Ney he's in charge of 2 divisions of
Oh, of the guard.
Young
Oh,
Guard.
okay. Oh, I forgot.
So the Young Guard that's on the road right now.
That's. Oh, let's see. Where's that?
Yeah, so they're right there past the macaroni schnitzel.
Past the what?
there is that redoubt that's up on the hill, on the other side of the Elbe, there along the road.
Yeah.
It's I don't know what is it called, macaroni schanz or something. I just call it macaroni schnitzel.
There's a battery with a name on it, right? Say Xenon or something with it.
Yeah, yeah. So
That one.
there's the
Saxons. They're the Saxons.
yes, the
That's
Saxons
where-
are over here. This
So
is
that's-
yours. Your stuff is further further east. It's this stuff here.
Oh, way back in. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
saying now.
So it's coming on the board, and it's all of the stuff
Bolton Killers.
almost back. And then the first division of the Young Guard just started on, and so those ones are the ones that I think I have. They're part of Friant's division, so they're going to be
Okay.
marching to the other side of Dresden.
So basically, I have the stuff from Marcellini, whatever it is, all the way back to that
Where it says first
artillery.
Well, you
to
have
that
those
artillery
3
piece.
artillery are yours.
So this one here, and so I'm gonna move that through the suburbs with Marshal Ney.
Yes, and Marshal Ney is
then-
already in.
He's already in the
yeah,
city.
he's already
I
in
see
the
him there.
city. Yeah. So.
So I'll march them through and then decide.
Yep, where exactly
Whether-
we'll put them.
Ooh, that's a hard decision.
Yeah, and I think there's one more set. Well, let's see. And then there's one more set of Young Guard. There's another Young Guard division that comes on at 4:00, and so
Okay.
that's the fourth division of the Young Guard. They come in at 4. So we got so the next 2 sets of reinforcements, the one that's just coming on now and the one that's coming on at 3:20, those are going to my side of the battlefield, and then this one that's right there, that's going to your side, and then the one that's coming on at 4 is going to your side as well. So we kind of have things split. So why don't you go ahead and take a command point for Saint-Cyr, and that's going to get you the 43rd and the 44th divisions.
Right.
Um,
There's not much I can do with them right now. I wanted to see what John wants to do is going to do once he has his command back.
yeah, what I would recommend, if you can, maybe switch places with these two leaders. That the one that's under the die, and the leader of the 43rd. Just switch them that way. Because right now, well, actually, 1, 2, 3, yeah, and right now everyone in the division is in command, so you're okay. I thought maybe somebody was out of command, but nope, it looks like everyone's in command.
And the guy with the 44th, he's in command. 1, 2,
Yeah.
There's 3 back, so everybody's pretty much in command right now.
Yeah.
So I think my feeling is to stage Marshal Ney to the north and then drive his stuff into the redoubt and then try to split the Prussians off from the Russians.
Yep, that sounds like a good plan. All right, I will take.
Okay. And then once I start that splitting, I can maybe move what's left of the 44th forward too.
Yeah, basically to
pin the
pin
Prussians.
the Prussians while you then turn and hit them from the north with the Young Guard, for example.
Yeah.
So we'll see where they send their reinforcements, because they're getting a bunch of beautiful Prussian grenadiers and stuff like that.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. But he doesn't have the command structure over here. Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean, until Prusen comes back, Kleist can't act as a corps commander. So the only thing that he can kind of activate as a single corps would be the Russians. Now that Whittington's back, so he could get potentially both of those Russian divisions. Well, the avant-garde, there's not much left of them, but at least he can get them all going under one move. The Prussians, he really can't do that until 6 o'clock or whenever Prusen comes back. So he's kind of going to have to activate them by brigades in the meantime. So you're kind of safe for the moment.
For that, okay. So who's von Zythen then? Back in Streisen?
Zythen, I think.
Or Dresden?
Yeah, he's in charge of the brigade that's got the red and blue striped belt. And,
so he's just a brigade commander.
He's just a brigade commander who got wounded a couple of turns ago, who's back. So
and Tippelkirch is he's with Barclay to Dole. So he's ADC of he's Prussian?
Yes, Tippelkirch he's the commander, he's the ADC of the corps who took over when Perch got killed. So
okay,
he's in charge of the brigade that's got the red and green striped belts.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that exciting? Yeah.
You'd be really messed up if you were colorblind in this game.
Yeah, that is an understatement.
Okay. All right, I got an idea. All right, what are you gonna do?
So I'm gonna take a command point for the Old Guard, a command point for the Cavalry, a command point for Test, and then I'm thinking. So
you moving the chasseurs in there?
Yeah, I'm going to move the chasseurs in there, start to push Albert out a little bit.
Yeah, because they've got a lot of stuff. They got just like total pressure on you.
Yeah,
now.
They got a lot of rubbish piled up over there. So I'll do something with Gross, and that's what I'll do with those guys. So I'll take one for Gross, and then I'll roll for
Bonjour.
Yeah, I'll roll for Pajol, and I'll roll for the fellow who took over for Demicourt, who got wounded last turn. So Belliard.
We roll for artillery resupply during which phase? I forgot.
During your reorganization phase.
Okay. At the end of at the end of our term. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So that's kind of what's up.
Okay.
All right. So let's roll for Pajol. And he passes.
Oh, he's happy.
Yeah. And then for Belliard.
Sure you spell it right.
Well, he's on the other end of the extreme. Nope.
There's General Gross. So you're going to activate Gross this turn.
Yep, I think that'll work. Kind of get things going over on that side.
Yeah, they really don't have great morales, do they?
What? My units? Their units?
No, all the Austrians.
Yeah.
But those yeah, the reinforcements are nice stuff. All those grenade. Look at all of them. All those Russian grenadiers. And there's no like scaring them a second time so they all freeze.
Sadly, no.
We can't keep ushering
We
out
just
extra
can't keep-
Bonapartes.
we just
Here's
can't
Joseph.
keep-
Freeze.
Singing the chant apart over and over and over again.
Darn.
I want to sing it again. No, wait, I want to sing it again. So, all right. Well, at least we got 6 command points for what
Yeah.
it's worth. Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we got a plan.
Yeah.
And I will at some point I will have during the regroup phase we can get that readout number 3 back online. I'm moving the gunners to reactivate it. So once they get there, then that battery will come back. And
The one that the 7.6 is in?
yeah.
So if you get gunners down there, then it
Yep. Yeah,
comes-
the guns technically are still there.
Oh, that's
It's just a
interesting.
case where the gunners got killed. So
How do you get the gunners? What did you do to get them?
so there's a couple of spare gunners out there, and so there's there's a couple of garrison units that you can then use to reactivate and create new replacement gunners when your readouts get overrun.
Ah, interesting.
So that's what they're up to.
So that's that 2.6 that's out of command right now? That's a gunner?
Yeah, that's the 2.6 that's just up there near the fifth.
This one here.
Yep. He's a replacement gunner. He'll
Wow.
he'll go there, and once he does, then that battery will come back online. So he moves
you-
during the regroup phase. So
You can blast some more holes.
that's the idea. So the other thing is that one of his divisional commanders was stacked on a unit that got eliminated. So now his divisional leader can't be part of a move because he's not stacked with a unit.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, well, it takes a little pressure off the
Of you.
French down in that part of the world.
Oh yeah, I see him there. Civil,
Yeah,
civil
yeah,
art.
civil art, civil art. So
Civil
they
art.
still have enough stuff to go pushing in there, make
Yeah.
things problematic. But oh well, that's what's
Okay.
up. So we will figure it out, um, and and see where it goes.
Oh, they're clicking over there.
They are. They're figuring out how to drop anti-personnel mines.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Moscow group wrapped up, so now some of us are going to try to play. Um, a bunch of the guys like to play the BAR games, the Battle of the Age of Reason games.
Reason. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give that a try. I think you remember we had one of those. I think Colon.
Yes, cold.
Yeah, I think we tried playing it and went nah. Yeah, just like
Yeah, you'll have to look over those rules. I seem to remember they were.
they were rather extensive is the word
Yes.
I would use. Yeah. So
That's one of Ed's games, right?
yeah, Clash of Arms. I mean, they're beautiful games. The maps are like this. The counters are like this. So they're really very pretty. But the rules themselves are rather dense. But at least from what I've heard, they really kind of capture a lot of the important elements of the time period. And apparently they're very well written rules, so they don't have a lot of holes in them. And so as a result, they've got some good things. So
Well, that should be something new.
mm-hmm. Yep. So we'll see how all that goes. Yeah, a number of them had hit their capacity for La Bataille. We played that Moscow game for 8 months. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of fun, to be sure. But at a certain point, you need a break. And so BAR is going to be the palate cleanser.
The palate cleanser.
Apparently, it will wash the taste of La Bataille out of our mouth for a while.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I thought that a palate cleanser for something like that would have been something a little less complex. War at Sea, maybe.
War at Sea. Yeah, there you go. Victory in the Pacific.
Victory in the Pacific. Oh, that's a great one. There's a number of them that are out that are on Vassal. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So all kinds of pretty cool stuff.
So I'm just looking at the unit sheets, the counter sheets here, and so there's no second corps and no sixth corps in the game. Victor and Vermont.
Yeah. So those units are possible optional reinforcements. And they would come on in the next day's battle. So you have the option of bringing them on, but at least from what I can recall, if you do bring them on, then the victory conditions change. Yeah. So if you keep them off, it will improve the French victory condition by 1 level. And if you keep them both off, it'll improve it by 2 levels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, the French players got to make the decision whether to bring them on or not. And, once you've made that decision, oh, well, you're stuck with it kind of a thing. I've never played the next day of this battle. I mean, you and I played that one scenario that kind of takes place over on the west side of the map.
Oh, with the rain.
Yeah, with the
Right.
rain and all that stuff. Let's head back up to the lobby in case the guys see us.
Oh.
They'll know we're done.
Sure.
Do, 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 do.
All right.
Yeah, so with the exception of that time we played that one little scenario,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that's be curious to see how that one plays out on the grander scale.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all you got is
Um,
just artillery fire.
So these other ones that are here on my side, the 19th.
Yeah, those are part of the 44th.
Those are all part of the 44th.
Yep, they're all part of
and
the
the 20
44th.
and the 21st too.
Yep, all of those guys are. I'm pretty sure you can check on the chart.
I hit the
Saint-Cyr-
Napoleon, right?
Yeah, you hit the little picture of Napoleon. So
So
the
I
60,
see the 21st.
yeah. So if it says 2021, the 21st provisional, they're all
under the
part of the 43rd
third.
division. Everybody else, all those other guys, are part of the 44th.
19th.
So
Okay, 21st goes to 43rd.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there's only one 21st I see there, so the rest of these are all. Oh no, there's another one here.
there's two. There's one that's out there.
1, 2, 3.
And then
Yeah,
there's
there's
one
one.
that's stacked under
There's one
the
here.
empty battery. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one here.
Yeah, so you've still got a bunch of stuff. Plus, there's a fellow who's out of command. It's part of the 21st.
Yeah, he's gonna come over there.
Yeah, so he just has to come up towards his leader. So yeah, so that's what's up with all of those fun people over there.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm expecting all kinds of fun and games over here.
This and that and everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what John will do if he does anything.
I would expect he'd do something. I don't know that he can do much. I mean, all of the Prussians are basically. He can't do anything with the Prussians that are on the map right now. He could do something with, that one division of Russians, whether he decides to push them forward or not. But he'd be hard pressed to do anything. He can't actually engage you in melee because, with the exception of attacking your skirmisher units, he can't really get to the guys that are there behind the wall because he has to go across the Landgraben and he's got to go over the wall. And since he's in line, he's got 2 movement points less. So he can only move 5 with most of those guys. So he can't really assault you with those guys this turn. So he could start to move stuff up forward, or he could pull stuff back like he'd done before and kind of at least shield it from the artillery. But he doesn't have a lot of other exciting options at the moment.
No.
All right. Well, are you getting much rain down in your part of San Diego?
Yeah, I don't know if it's still raining, but it was raining before I started playing.
Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit. It's kind of light. So.
Light thing, yeah. Not like up in Northern California.
No, apparently they're getting a whole boatload.
Yeah. We're just getting the tail end.
Well, at least somebody's getting some rain.
I was listening to another thing of the Napoleonicist, and they started a charity to rebury war dead who are discovered here and there.
Oh,
And
really?
it has to be from between 1775 and 1815.
Hmm.
So, for example, they were like digging something next to the fort at in Spain at I forgot the name of it now, but Bajos.
Yeah, Badajoz.
Badajoz, yeah. And they found these people who had been hastily buried, but buried nonetheless, and they identified them from the buttons as being British. So they excavated the bones and everything, and they're sitting in a museum. And so these guys want to give them military honors and give them proper burials.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool idea.
I don't think it's Badajoz. I think we're mispronouncing it. Badajoz.
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 Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, Coruna is actually Coruña.
Coruña, yes. Yeah, every now and again I'll do some sort of video and I will mispronounce the place name of something, and someone will always write in the comment section, you mispronounced this or that or whatnot.
I've always pronounced Murat's name wrong. It's a Joaquin Murat.
Murat, yes.
Yes. Joaquin Murat. I don't know. Yeah, it's just
Instead of
that's something.
Okay, well, that's something, I guess. So
That's something the Marshall people need to put in as phonetic spellings of all the leaders. They can get to work on that. And
well, in that in the Moskva game scenario rules or whatever else, in the back they have an entire list of place names and I think generals or whatever else, all the Russian stuff with pronunciations.
really? That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So it's kind of interesting. Although even then, we're not quite sure they got it perfectly correct. One of our friends, Michael, had a friend or a colleague or whatever else that's from Russia, and so they were looking at the pronunciations and said, no, this is actually, it should be pronounced this way. So some subtle differences with all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that is about it. So, well, I'm starting to see activation markers picked up and plunked down in different places. It looks like they are creating stuff to march people around with. Oh my gosh. They're sending forward the Grenadiers. And they're sending forward who else? A little bit of head cavalry.
They're moving the Grenadiers from the bottom down here?
Yeah, it looks like some of it. So it looks like they've got, they put a couple of command markers to get stuff marching forward. So.
Where are those command markers? I don't see them.
Yeah, they're down with some of the units down by Mokrits and Cats.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah, and they've still keeping up the pressure on the French in Dresden. So at least until the paradrop happens, and we
do
kidnap.
our Kaneev.
Yep, and we kidnap Franz Joseph, William III, and Tsar Alexander. They're just all there all by themselves. They're right there in Zitznitz. And I think just a small squad of airborne commando, Old Guard Grenadiers.
There we go.
Yes,
We just send the marching band in, that's all.
That would work. We could do the marching band, couldn't we?
That's it.
Yep, yep. Okay. That's what we'll do.
That's what
The
we do.
marching band.
Oh, I see him there. Yeah, at that's or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's that turncoat Moreau.
Well, yes, we haven't killed him yet. At some point in, if we want to be terribly historic, we'll have to have him. I think he got his legs blown out or blown off or something horrible.
By a cannon, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, the cannon was like either sighted or like Napoleon directly ordered it, like, why aren't you firing at those horsemen up on the hill? Kind of a thing. Yeah, just like, oh boy, talk about getting it right on the mark there. So,
Yeah, I should start clicking around them just to make them nervous here.
Is that it?
There you
like
go.
That's where we're going to have the special
That's our
airdrop.
Well, you're pretty much, you can just if you got some light cavalry there, you're close enough to go right after them.
Yeah, I know, but the way if it were premier rules, you could capture them potentially. But with these rules, they would just go flying off to stack with somebody friendly, kind of a thing. So
there's got to be a rule that awards us like 1 million victory points or something.
Well, the rule that's worth 1 million victory points is killing Napoleon. Although even in this scenario, if you kill Napoleon, you still don't win.
You can still win?
Yeah, the French can still win. Napoleon's not a victory condition in this particular battle scenario.
Shocking.
I know. The only or maybe I haven't paid attention. Maybe he is. Oh no, he is. It's decisive if you kill him. Damn it. But so I can't just put him out in the front lines. As tempting as that might be.
There you go.
Oh well, we'll save it for another day. So I was watching. Somebody else had posted on the Discord a bunch of replay and photos from this same scenario that they had done, and they had Napoleon up in the front lines with the Grand Battery. And I said to this fella, aren't you a little worried about that? And his comment was, Napoleon's empire is hanging on a thread.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if he loses the empire or he loses his life. I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, that's a good attitude. Obviously, you haven't had Napoleon shot off a horse playing a game before. Oh, yeah. I still remember that. That was Aylau. That was such a fun game. So
well, didn't Napoleon get captured? When Ed was playing?
Oh,
what were you guys playing?
Yeah. When we were, it was a playtest of Austerlitz out in Tempe. He got captured or surrounded and captured. But I guess there was a close call even with another game that they'd played once before, where he'd almost gotten captured, kind of a thing. So. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. That's problematic.
I'd say so.
Yeah, it's All right. Well, getting our little stack of chits together. All right, we got 6. Okay. I'll be back in just a second, Rob.
Okay. One increment left.
Okay.
Well, is everyone back yet?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right. Have you guys rolled for all your stuff? Dropped all your chits in the cup? All that good
We have
stuff?
not
Eric,
dropped
the-
our hits.
Eric, the 12th by the chit for the it says the MU-12 by the pontoon bridge. Can that be removed?
Can it be removed?
Yeah. Why is it sitting there?
That's the destination for that third division of the Young Guard, right? I think
Oh,
the
I thought
chit
it
should
was
be
Marshal Ney. Okay, so Marshal Ney is moving toward the 12th.
right. So Marshal Ney can just be fine where he is right now, right?
Oh, okay.
Those guys
All right.
will march until they get to that spot, and then you can send them wherever you want to, but then they'll be within the command span of Marshal Ney. So they'll
Just
be
what, 5? No, 8.
six
Six.
for corps commanders.
60 for French Corps Command.
Yes, they have this new wireless set that they're using.
Yeah.
So, although it was interesting, I did read. There's a couple of interesting books, but I was reading one that was talking about the almost like a semaphore kind of system, that they had these giant flags and they could send signals pretty quick using this semaphore signal. What, from one hilltop to another to another to another kind of thing, all the way across Europe. So kind of clever stuff. As long as you had daylight, and it wasn't foggy, you could pull that off.
Yeah, they built like these big, like 30-meter platforms that they would get up on.
Yeah.
I remember reading about that. They were able to literally in just hours get stuff really sent.
Yeah, you can get a signal from Paris to Frankfurt in 6 hours or whatever it was. I mean, it was for the day when before you would have had to send somebody by horse or whatnot. You could send. I mean, they came up with obviously they had a lot of shortcuts for secret code, because you can't send a long message. So it was usually a couple of different words or a couple of different letters that would correspond to something.
Need help.
Yes.
You use the word taxi, right?
Yeah.
It's an actual family. They actually owned the patent to the imperial post of the Habsburg Empire, and so they were the guys the family that controlled the post.
Wow.
And to this day, they are still one of the most wealthiest families in the world. The Fun Taxis.
Huh.
Yep. And they developed the second hand on a clock specifically for when the post actually started carrying people.
Oh wow.
So instead of being there at noon, dusk, or dawn, it started being times. Like you got to be here at like 10:15, 4:15,
Right.
10:30. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have you guys got your stuff in the bucket? We've all got our stuff in the bucket. Okay. Well, John, in honor of your long absence, we will give you the honor of drawing the first move from the cup.
All right, here you go. It'll be the French. Nope, it's
Nope. Nope. Oh, you've just made Albert and everyone super happy.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
All right, indeed. So, we can have you and Robert go off to one end of the universe and chat, and then I will.
What about charge? Oh,
yeah.
we're
Oh,
gonna
actually,
chat.
do we charges?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any cavalry charges?
I don't.
Yeah. I'm gonna run some.
Of course you are.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do 2. Okay,
All right.
those are the ones I'm gonna do.
All right. David, did you have any cavalry charges?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, then that should be easy. So we'll just do and John, did you have any cavalry charges?
No.
I don't think you can anyway because your guys are all kind of frozen. They can't do any charges or assaults. At least among the Prussians, you don't have any Russian
Well,
cavalry.
it looks like this brigade leader doesn't have a fire thing on him down here in the garden.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. He could do something if you wanted to.
Yeah, but no.
Okay. All right.
That one cavalry unit has 1 increment left.
Yeah, that one's like held together by Scotch tape. All right.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, bonk.
So Albert is charging.
All right, I'm starting out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm gonna go clockwise. 7, that's 9,
Mm-hmm.
and 10, and the target is this guy, right? That square right
Okay.
there.
That's no big surprise.
And so, and then this guy will go 1. Wait, there's not really anything that can happen. He'll come in right here.
Okay. So go ahead
Okay.
and move them over there and then calculate your odds.
Okay.
It should be rather spectacular.
Should be pretty.
You know that's going to be a 5-1.
Yeah, it's just going to be a
Maybe.
5-1 because I've only got half of the hex. I'm thirded, so you just got a boatload of stuff there. So it's going to just do 5-1. Just roll the dice.
Okay. Now that guy will come back. He will gain. He'll come back this turn, so he'll be available. All right. So let's see. 5. Yeah, it's a 5-1 probably.
Yeah.
Roll a 62L at least, then you'll surrender.
Not very good.
15.
15.
So they are going
Oh.
to,
Route.
yeah,
This,
the route.
yeah, they're gonna route.
So they'll lose an increment, and let's increase that, and they'll go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll put them there. And let me find a little handy dandy route marker.
The black marker.
Yes. The black spot. The black spot. Well, those poor guys have been abused.
To say the
Rather
least.
considerably.
Oh, it's the Vistula. They're just serving their purpose.
They are. That's their job.
Yeah, too bad you haven't been able to get any spectacular charges with those polls.
No, I think. Well, I don't know. Maybe at one point in time, Tom had something exciting going on when he was harassing Albert early in the game. So maybe there was something, but nothing quite as legendary
Yeah.
as that
Moskova,
charge that we had there with those guys
That was
against
something.
Paul. Yeah. So I didn't have a chance to read through all of the stuff that Michael. I was at a fencing tournament yesterday, so I saw that Michael had posted some stuff with some, his thoughts on some of the stuff with the rules. It looks like Paul had posted some stuff as well. So I didn't have a chance to read through all of that yet, but
Yeah.
it's
You're in a different world now. You're in a completely different world.
I would agree with both of them.
yeah, no, and so the question is, okay, what are some different ways to deal with that, or how would you, there's nothing to stop you from using house rules to achieve what you want to do. But yes, I'm looking forward much to the to trying out bar, and
You're gonna have no problem. It's super, especially once you get those premiere and go into that BAR website and print up all of that stuff, because there's all sorts of old backlogged like aids and stuff in there to help.
okay, yeah, cool. I did see a couple of like flow charts and things like that for stuff.
Yeah.
So of course you're in trouble with a game when it's got a flow chart.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Hey, but that's okay. I mean, I when Michael and I had played, what was it? Oh, when we did the play test and we did Bautzen, 3 years ago now. He and I had a lot of downtime at our end of the battlefield, and so he was telling me a lot about BAR. It sounds like it's got a lot of really interesting and fun concepts. So I'm interested just to see kind of how it works and whatnot. All right.
Read the rules though in the third edition rules before you start going into the premiere, the primer.
Yeah, I downloaded the third edition rules today from Wargame Vault, and so I'll start teasing through those, because Robert and I we bought Colin when it first came out. So I don't know what 20 years or more ago, 25 years ago, whenever it came out, and our eyes glazed over. Like, what? How does this work? What? So I don't think I even we might have punched out part of the stuff for like a little play test or the first scenario, and we just said, not quite what we were ready for yet. So a level of detail that at the time we were playing third edition La Bataille, and so we thought it's going to be just like this. No, not at all. So okay. Let's go to you guys. Go hang out and do your movement, and then I'll do stuff with Albert and David.
Where do you want to go, Robert?
Let's see. How about you want to just go to room 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got exciting stuff for Albert, exciting stuff for David. Who wants to go first?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Who wants to go
I might as well go first.
Okay. So which move do you want to start with?
We'll start with the only other move I'll do this move. I'll do the 6th move
Okay.
first. And so we'll move him on up to, we're going to move him right to here. Right to there. Okay, so these guys will all go to there. And they'll face. That's good facing, I guess. Wait a minute.
Yeah, it looks
See,
like you
no,
just
no.
put him down on top of the guys
Yeah,
that
put him.
already went.
Yeah, I put him in the wrong. Put him under right there. Is where he should go. Okay.
Cool. So there's one move
And-
down. What's the next move?
For some reason, those things are not. Oh well, I'll come back and
Yeah,
fiddle
you
with
tidy
that.
it up.
Okay. All right. So next guy up will be. Let's see. That's 2. Okay, I'm gonna bring.
So where are you at? So I have some vague
I'm
idea. Okay, so this is then Mu number 1, which is Guy Lau.
This will be the Girth division.
Girth.
All
Okay.
of the
Cool.
all of the skirmisher
Yep.
are the Grinzers.
Yep.
Okay. These guys, okay, it costs to go across the rebel wall. For
It's
skirmishers.
Well,
Plus
it's
one.
+1 for skirmishers. Yep.
And into the town, which is for skirmishers is 1, I think. Right?
I don't know where
Two.
you're at. Which unit are you moving?
This guy right here.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get him. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
5, 6. And he will flip around a little bit. He'll flip around and come right into this area.
Cool.
Okay. This disordered guy will assume a position. No. Okay. Guy now. He's going to come. All those guys. Okay. So that's pretty much the about the extent of those guys, what they can do.
Okay.
And take this. Yeah, I think I'll. Well, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'll just keep it right like it is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Three, 4. This guy. Okay, yeah. Okay. And I think that is that division for the time being. It's only really half a division.
Okay.
And I'll get these guys across.
So now you're on to move number 8, correct?
No, the same, all part of the same move.
So why is there? Who's move number 8?
Okay, here's move number 8 is a
Because he's stacked
destination.
with somebody who's in the 4th.
Yeah, that's a destination, administrative march to.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Okay.
So you're
All right.
moving then Liechtenstein.
I'm moving. No, I'm moving this. Yeah, Liechtenstein.
Okay.
And they all report to Geidlau, who
Yeah,
is
no,
right
that's
here.
fine. I get it. I just wasn't sure where where you were there. So
Geidlau. Let's see. He has okay. Which I'll keep everybody in command here. Okay, I've got continuing column though right there, so that would work even if I put him right there. Okay, I'm almost finished. I think going across the stream is
For your infantry, it is +1, so it'll cost you 2 to move into that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 gets you there.
Okay. I kind of got to let my good friend here clear out.
That is the problem having so many units. I keep trying to help you guys out by destroying them, but they just keep coming back.
Okay, I think that he's 3R. Got to find these artillery units. He's out of command. All right, and I'm going back to the 4th. And those guys are 2R. 2R, who do they belong to? I guess they belong to...
Isn't that those are Bianchi?
Oh, they are?
If it's right wing, it's Bianchi. If it's LW, it's Gailau.
Okay, so these are Gailao's guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll... There's a right wing there. That's a Bianchi, I think.
Yes, the right wing is Bianchi. So
that's a 2. So he belongs to. He's out of command. This 10-5 south of Schwarzenberg. That guy's out of command. I'll put a marker on him. I think that's pretty much all. These guys out here are part of the cavalry you're now bringing over. And there is a right wing. There's another Bianchi under there, David.
Yep.
Okay. So there's a couple. All these 3 right here are Bianchi artillery.
Yeah, they're all out of command.
Okay. All right. So that's all I can do.
all right, that sounds cool. All right, David, we're on to you.
On to me. All right, let's just start with the easy one first. We'll go down here, number 4.
Okay.
Cavalry by Keds. Basically, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they'll basically be...
And everyone else will just kind of stack up right behind him there.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we got that. Now we'll move to number 3.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. Here. Let's see. I guess 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can go 1,
Looks like the Grenadiers are on their march, on the prowl.
6. Five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On that. All right. And last but not least, Corrado and Beanchy.
All
Would
right.
like- So let's see. Haven't quite figured out what do I want to do with that. So let's see. Who's it? Let's see.
So,
where's
which one
the-
did you want to move first, just so I know where to be looking?
That's what I'm. Give me a second here on the trying to figure out. What do we got? 11, 5, 8, 5, 7, 10.
Okay, when the Austrians are in line, they're in 2 hexes, right?
Yes, if you put them in the line, they have to be in 2 hexes.
And they be in line in the town? No.
No,
Right.
no, you're in general order or skirmish order in the town.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Or mass. It could be in mass, right?
Nope. If you're in town, you are in general order.
Okay.
I mean, why would you be in mass if you're in the town?
No, I was thinking I was essentially general.
Villages,
Same as general order.
orchards, woods, town, city. Those are all general order terrain for infantry.
All right. So let's start with this unit underneath here.
Okay, so that's going to be the 1st Division.
Yep.
Okay.
And let's take this here. Oops. What did I do here? Is he still there? Okay. Oh, I keep it. All right. Control. All right. So he's moving there.
Mm-hmm.
One is going to move over here. I'll put him underneath everybody there. Oops. There's one there. And there. All right. So and now I'll go to the 2nd Reserve Division.
Okay.
Let's see. There's one here. All right. So he's going to go to there and point there. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. This one come into here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep him right about there. And this one here. Whoops. itself will go. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Where's. There he is. Okay. There. And last but not least, as Hamburg is going back to the square right here. Take his activation marker with him. And we're done with that move. And should I or shouldn't I? All right. I'll let him do that. Let's see. All right. So with those. All right. So actually, sorry, these first division guys were actually at the time they were in command. They're not now, but they were when before I moved the second. Actually. All right. Well, I goofed. I think that is all my movement.
Okay. Well, that is all exciting stuff. Okay, then I guess we can move on to defensive fire. So we have a fair amount of it. Let's start down. Let's start down here, I guess, on your end of the line, Dave. Okay. So I'm going to fire this artillery into this unit here. So that's going to be a 2-to-1, shifted to 2.5-to-1 for canister. So let's roll the dice and see what we get. 15, that is going to be a miss, even at 2.5-to-1. Then I've got a shot here on these guys. So I've got 12 and 6 and another 6. I got 24. 24 to 14. That's going to be 1.5-to-1 shifted to 2-to-1 odds. 32 at 2-to-1. That is also a miss. You can shoot back with this guy, David.
All right. There's not a whole lot left to shoot there. What is it, 3? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let's take a look at where else we next meet. Over here, I think. So I've got just probably a 1-to-1 shot on these guys. 1-to-1 with a +1. And that's a miss.
I don't know what the 6. So I've got a 1-to-1.
Okay. That's a hit. I think that's their first hit. Yep. All right. Time for morale check. We pass. All right. Then we've got a shot here. So that's going to be a 1-to-1 on those guys. And that's a miss. And you can take a pot shot back at me. Nope. Okay. And then what have we got? So let's, well, we'll combine these two on that. So that's going to be 18 to 14. So it's 1 to 1 shifted to 1.5 to 1 for canister. And that's a miss. And then you guys can shoot back. I think you had a 1 to 1 when you added everybody all together.
You want me to roll that one, Albert?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
maybe it's less than 1 to 1 now. This guy's only got 1 increment left, so that's 3.
3.
Hey, I think you had 11, so I think you have. No, that's 10.
I think it's 10.
Yeah, no, so you've only got. So it's a little less than 1 to 1. So 1 to 1.5. Nope. All right, and then what shall we do? Let's. We'll combine these two on that one. Yeah, and so that's going to be a 1.5 to 1, and that's a miss. And then, so go ahead and shoot. I think now we're over to Albert's side of the line.
Yep. There's one there.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to check. I don't know which of these guys are 4s and which are. There's 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And finally up here, this guy, I think he only has 1 left.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
That's 5.
4 times 5.
4 times 3 is
4 times 3.
12.
12 on
12
the.
to, I think it was what, 16 behind the wall. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay.
46, not quite
No.
good enough.
Good
All
enough.
right. Let's go ahead. We will. These guys here will take a shot there. So it's 6 to 16 or something like that. Nope.
Okay. Let's see. I will fire back. I'll fire back. I've got 4. I've got 4 in these 2 X's.
Okay. So
Plus
that's gonna be-
plus another 2. So 4 would be what's his fire value? I mean his defense value. He would be a.
So the fire defense in general order
he's in his
the
town.
town is 14.
14. Okay, so I'm
You
not.
got 12. So you're at 1 to 1.
Well, I'm going to add another. 1 in there. That'll
It's
give me
still
there.
only 1 to 1.
Right.
So
1 to 1.
So if you have this unit and this unit combined there, it's a 1 to 1 shot.
Okay. Yeah. I defensive, not 2 units. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. That's a
52
hit.
is a hit on 1 to 1. Okay. And that goes up. Okay. Cool. All
And
right.
You have to take.
I took a loss.
Take morale.
Morale check is on odd losses for the French.
Oh.
So, all right. This chap here is going to fire at whom? At this guy here. So it's going to be a 6 to 14 or whatever. And that's a miss. Okay.
Okay. 1 there. And 2 there. Or 3 there. Okay, so we've got 4. 4 times 3, 12. So that's a less than a 1 to 1.
Yeah.
But nope, not quite. Not quite.
All right, good. And then my cavalry is going to just skirmish up and down the line. So it's just a 1 to 3 shot against each of these guys, starting with 1 on the right. So first, nope. Second, nope. Third, nope. And then I'm going to withdraw 1 hex. So, as skirmishers are wont to do.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to fire on this. Well,
I get to do my
you got
stuff.
this
So
other guy.
I'll skirmish here. So against this guy and against this guy. Nope.
All right, so I've forgotten what I have here. It's I think it's 2, another 2, and it looks like another 2. So 6 skirmishers plus this guy, who is a 6. So we have with the 6 skirmishers, we have 18. Plus 6 would be 24.
24 to
24.
fire defense of cavalry and skirmish. It's 14. So you're looking at 1.5 to 1.
All right. Yeah, that's a hit.
45 is a hit. All right, and let's increase that, and let's make a morale check. 51. They are happy.
It's a slow grind.
Eventually they will break.
All right, that's it. So
All right.
now I guess we go to our.
We
don't have any melees.
We didn't have any melees. No, you didn't do any assaults. So.
Okay, I'll take off. This exhausted right there.
Okay.
All right, is the game over now?
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah, the
Alright.
Austrians decided that they had joined the wrong coalition. They've decided to join back up with the French.
All
March
right.
on the Russians. I see.
Exactly. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll for my routed guy.
Okay. I think he's going to
25.
still stay routed.
I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
And I have a disordered guy.
Okay.
I'll roll for him.
Oh, he's gonna
He's gonna
rout.
rout.
He's
Okay,
half dead and
1,
he's disordered.
2.
He's not
1,
coming back anytime
2.
soon.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he is routed. All right. That's it for me.
All right, I'm gonna roll for this PGD guy here. Routed guy. Let's see them. What was that?
35 is going to be a
Probably
25.
Probably not gonna be good enough, but let's take a look.
Nope, he's
41.
going to keep
Nope.
running.
2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy here, 52.
That's a 42. He should be happy.
Probably good.
Yeah. It's so hard to tell just looking at the uniform.
Yeah.
Who's good and who's bad. Normally the guys with the blue pants are a little bit better, but knowing whether the guys with the gray pants or the white pants, I think it looks like it's really hard to say.
All right, and I have a disordered guy. Up
Well, you've got
here.
another guy who's routed over here.
Okay, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so
The
do that
routed
one
guy.
first.
41.
He's half dead, so he's going to have a minus 12. So I don't think he's going to make it.
32. Nope. He
Yeah.
continues his merry way. And what is it? He's a 5 or is it? Yeah, he's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now this disordered.
Yep.
He's
Oh,
fine.
he's exceptionally happy.
This disordered.
34 becomes a 31. Well, he's a 32.
He's a
He just
32.
missed it.
So he routes now,
Yep.
right?
5 moving back.
That. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Do I have anything left?
don't think so. I think that was kind of it. We've had a little bit of a lull and stuff, so we didn't have as many dead things stacking up everywhere. So, all right, what happened over on your side of the world, Robert?
Any
John
inroad-
John pushed his stuff forward.
How
We
exciting!
exchanged some gunfire.
Okay.
He fired some of his artillery down at the garden at some of the cavalry, and he rolled a couple 63s and 66s. So he got some hits back there on the Dragoons.
But he'd have to do really well because the guys are in square, which means they're thirded. Their
No, he-
fire value is thirded.
One of them isn't though. The one that got the hits was not thirded.
Oh, this guy
Yeah.
here?
That
Yeah.
guy there, yeah.
Okay, so he's got a fire of 6, so it's 6 to my skirmish value is what?
12.
12.
So it was a 1
So
to 2. Oh yeah, okay.
He,
That's
he
hit.
got a hit.
Yeah.
And then he bowled, and he actually rolled it. Like I said, he rolled a 66 for the one behind.
That's
Which, yeah. So,
And that guy behind just barely didn't route. He
Yeah.
just rolled his number.
good. Oh, it sounds like we have a target. We need to attack somebody.
yeah, well, yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say so.
There you go.
Yeah, so I thought that the stuff, because it was frozen, couldn't fire, but it can fire.
It can fire. It just it can't go
move,
do
or
anything else
assault
more
or
exciting.
anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, that's
So
cool.
that's about it.
That's okay. Well, good.
Oh, hey, David? Oh, no,
Yo.
never mind. Never mind. I see it's a French unit. I thought there was a tired marker you could take off.
Yes. Yeah, but that is my unit. So okay. So I guess it's time for us to go back up to the Cup of Fate and draw.
Okay. You go ahead, Eric.
All right, I'll pick something exciting. Leader movement phase.
There you go.
That is pretty exciting. Let's see. I think I moved most of the leaders I needed to.
I'm going to move my leader out of the front line there. So he will go.
So Schwarzenberg has to stay within 10.
Yeah, he's an army commander, so he's got to stay within 10 of the core leaders in order to keep them active. If he moves out, then they'll have to get reactivated, and so that means they'd have to be stacked at the beginning of the command phase. All that usual procedure. So.
Yep. All right.
Now you have an illegal stack here.
Oh, I
Who?
have infantry, and
Yeah.
you're right. I forgot. Okay, I can't move him out of there.
Well, and you can't move him anyway because he's in the moo. You can move him. You wouldn't move him this because he's part of a moo.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't
Absolutely.
move during the leader phase. You would.
Oh, I
move...
thought I can move any leader during the leader phase.
Nope.
No?
Nope. You would move. So you could move. For example, you could move Moton over here during the leader phase. He's not part of a moo. And
Mhm.
then when the French chit comes up, then you can move this guy somewhere else, right? But
Okay.
and so that way, then the stack would still be the stack, right? Because Mouton would then keep the stack going for what it's worth, kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be, if you wanted to do that, that would be the way to do it. And-
Well, I don't want to get Mouton shot at either, so
Well,
I guess.
he's not going to get shot at. Okay. Well, then the other thing that you would do is if you did move the leader out and you created an illegal stack, we'd have to look to see what happens to the rules. But usually what happens is one of the units displaces back.
Yeah,
right?
I was just hoping there's some kind of ADC cannon fodder laying around somewhere.
Well, there's an ADC here, Borelli, right? So you could
Yeah, but
move,
he has to. He's stacked with infantry too, so
yes.
he can't.
So
do
you
it.
could just move him to where this guy is and swap him around. Whatever. I mean, it's exciting. But no, there's not a lot of other exciting.
Options.
Yeah. So if they're part of a move, they can't move during that phase. So.
Okay. All right.
All right. Cool. Okay. Well, do I want to move him there? Where do I want to move him? Over there. Yeah, I'm going to move him over here. Okay. Cool.
No, when it says no leader present, it's a -6 modifier.
Oh, so they make a morale check or something?
Yeah. So no leader present, -6.
Yeah.
Stacking violations.
Yeah. Now, I do have a leader, Rob, I can send over there. There's a corps leader for the artillery. He's over here. So he can move 20. So he can probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Whoops. 14 gets him here. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He can go right here where Borelli is. So then now, in the next turn, you can move Borelli there, and then you can pull him out. And everyone's happy. So
There we go.
indeed.
All right.
Oh, wait. Looks like I moved the artillery as well. Nope.
Whoa,
I just
that's
moved him.
Move the artillery too. That's fine.
Where is the artillery? There was artillery there. What happened to the artillery that was there?
Oh.
Oh, okay. It got moved to 74 something or other. It got picked up and moved somewhere. So where is it? Here it is. All right. Yeah, I'm like, he was stacked with an artillery unit, so, okay. I put that back. Okay, cool. It's back where it belongs. All right, I don't have any other leader chits to move around. Do you, Robert?
No.
No. Okay. Allies, do you guys have any leaders to move around?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of them down here in the south, but I'm going to head up to Schwarzenberg.
Okay, all those guys that were out of command or
Yeah.
scandalized or whatnot.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right, so if they move onto the road, do they start automatically using road?
So leaders don't change formation, so they would just move at whatever the movement rate is for a leader on the road. So that's probably what, half movement or something?
Yep.
So road, highway, yeah, half movement.
And 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And he's the one that's a pain.
Yeah, so 16 gets him there.
No, no, he's
17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So
That's
22,
10.
so that's 11.
11.
Yeah, so 10 gets him
12.
there. 11 gets him there.
14, 15.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So he's right next to the other chap.
Or he can be on top of or with him.
Yeah.
That's fine. And
And I don't know. Duke, I think, is a slower movement probably because they're both Cuirassier commanders. Oh, actually,
he's
not
a
bad.
14.
So he would just be if
I guess
so 7, 8,
probably right.
9.
Right.
Yeah, they're all in the same ballpark. Keep it simple.
What about
So all of these fire here have to roll?
Yep.
Yep.
They can't roll until they get to somebody they can roll with.
Right.
Okay.
So unless you move, they don't want to move Schwarzenberg back because then he'd put the corps leaders out of
command,
activation. Right. So then they got to move the leaders up to Schwarzenberg, and then they got to move back down to wherever their units are.
So when does Wittgenstein and these other guys over here in Streisand, when do they get to move?
Right now, it's your leader movement phase.
Oh, they get to move now. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd want to move them now.
Okay. Oh. Who is? All right. So who's who and what's what? So okay.
This other guy was actually on one of. I don't know if he needs to be activated or not with him, but he was probably in one of the other stacks with him, so I'll just keep him with him. So.
Oh, Kretov? Or Desperatovich? Yeah. I think he'd also failed his role. That's why they were all stacked together. So, okay, cool. It looks like John's moving his leaders around, so that should be exciting. So Zython is with the blue and red belts.
Yeah, really hard.
Get out your magnifying glass, John.
Oh, kidding. God. Okay. All right. Okay. What's this guy? Oh, there's blue. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and we did make an assumption that we couldn't move this cavalry that was under at the bottom here because their leader is not active yet. So I would just make that. Would that be a valid assumption?
Which cavalry is that?
The one off the board that would normally be coming on.
Oh, Allied Mood number 10.
Yeah, but their commander is actually Galitzin.
Yeah. So and you've got he's not Galitzin. Is it the?
Yeah.
Yeah, but both of the other two guys are also. The other leaders are also out of command, right?
Yeah, well, those are the.
Yeah, all of those cavalry. Yeah, so they can't move forward until their leaders become unafraid.
So Barclay over here, who's stacked with this guy with the fire on him, triple sketch.
Right.
Do I roll for him, or what is it that I do here?
So you rolled for him at the beginning of the turn during the command phase. Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
So now Whittingston is back. If you want to have Whittingston activate the Russian corps, that is those two divisions, Roth and I don't know what the name of the other guy is.
Avant-garde, not worth it. Yeah, okay. So no.
You would need to then stack Whittingston with Barclay de Tolly. So at the beginning of the command phase of next turn, then he would be an active corps leader. And then, as long as he stays within 10 of Barclay de Tolly, with one command point, you could activate both of those divisions. Yeah. I mean, but the problem is you need to move Barclay de Tolly to go reactivate the rest of the Prussians.
He can move
Well,
the
no,
John.
no. The Prussians are commanded by Cleese.
Right, but Kleist had to step down because he's filling in for Prusen, so he's just acting as a brigade commander right now. So that's why he's also frozen under the little fire marker.
Right. Now they can move towards Barclay de Tolly.
Yeah. Those leaders during this, they could move to Barclay de Tolly right now.
Yep.
So if you wanted to, John, you
Barclay
could move.
de Tolly can't move himself, though.
He could. You could move any of the leaders that aren't part of a move. And you could get everybody all sitting under Barclay, and you could make rolls to your heart's content.
Okay. I don't know that. I didn't really. I mean, I've read those rules. I don't quite. It's not that I don't understand. I guess I didn't read them.
Well, you've been on a holiday from the game for a number of weeks because you were in exotic Ohio.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So
Middleton, Ohio.
Middletown. All right. So these guys down here, down in the garden,
Right.
They're because police had to step down.
No. So what happened was, Kleist had to step down when von Prusen was wounded, right?
Got it.
Von Prusen will come back in, I don't know, 6 o'clock or whatever turn it is when he comes back from having been wounded. And when that happens, then von Kleist can come back and be the corps commander, provided nobody else has gotten wounded in the meantime. So when the Chant du Part was triggered, von Kleist blew his roll, and this other fellow who's next to him, the artillery commander Lehman, also blew his roll.
Right.
So that's why they've got the
My
fire.
suggestion, would be to move them up to wherever they can make it up this road, and then move Barclay and Tippelchurch to the same thing, so they can all roll next turn to see if they can activate.
Right.
Yep.
Got it.
And then you would move them back to their respective commands whenever they make their roll.
Right. Okay. So I got to go over this little bridge here with that cavalry. So bridges +3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The cavalry wouldn't move, would it?
Yes, it's part of his escort.
4,
Okay.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's their movements? It's probably like 10. So they could
Yeah,
go.
they should all be able to move up there because they're on a little trail, I think, right? Doesn't a
Yeah, they should get to right there.
Yeah.
I just can't be in a road or okay. So they're all those guys are all right there, and then these guys.
So pick up Lehman and move Lehman there. Pick up Kleist and move Kleist there.
Get rid of that fire because
I don't want to move. I don't know if I want to move Lehman because then that battery is no longer.
Oh yeah, it would create an illegal stack.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's. I think I'll leave that there for now.
Okay.
Okay. So then, all right. So they're all kind of sitting up here in that area there. Okay, that's cool. All right. And then this Wittgenstein, he's really his corps is basically no longer a corps.
His corps is there's only just those 2 divisions that are part of his corps.
Yeah, that one division is pretty much toast. So,
yeah, I mean the avant-garde is nothing but a few skeletal remains kind of a thing.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna move them 1.
So I mean, you might just want to keep him back so he doesn't get wounded again.
Right. Right. I know. Yeah. All right. So we're good there.
Yeah.
I think that's doing it. Okay.
Okay. Cool. I think we all understood how that works. All right. That was my exciting shit pull from the cup. It's time for the allies to go. So John's pulled.
I'll pull.
Okay.
Do it.
French.
It's the French.
French.
The wild, exotic, wacky French. All
Any
right.
charges?
I'm wondering. I'm really contemplating if I should do a charge or not to do a charge. I'll just try one. I'll just do one charge over here with these guys by readout number 3. So we're going to
Which guys?
these guys here, the heavy cavalry. They're by readout number 3, the 3rd Dragoons, the 3rd Heavy Dragoons.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we are going to move them forward. There's one.
Now, could these guys?
They could attempt a opportunity, or reaction charge, I should say.
Charge, yeah.
Is that in their front that they can do that?
They in
Yeah.
column they have only one rear hex side. Everything else is a front hex side.
front.
So they've got
Okay.
a pretty wide reaction zone. Of course, I
Alright.
can reaction their reaction. So
Yep.
Oh yeah.
we just have multiple reactions. For every reaction, there's an equal and
Multiple
opposite reaction.
They pass.
Okay. So I am going to try to reaction charge you with this guy. Here we go. And I think he passes as well.
Yeah, those guys are like guard units, so they're good.
Oh, yeah. They're brilliant. Okay. So we will clone
And-
this.
I'm going to reaction those guys. No.
And he told a friend, and he told a friend, and they told a friend. All right. So we'll do combat over
You
there.
could reaction charge them with this guy.
You
That's what I
could. It's
thought,
within.
but he's got
But I've got.
others that will reaction
yeah,
me, so
I can just
I'm
keep
not sure
reacting,
that's a great
yeah.
idea. So,
Yeah.
So,
um,
okay. Cool.
That-
Couldn't
that
Couldn't
doesn't help. I was just trying to prevent this other from doing whatever it was going to do.
Whatever other evil thing it's going to do. So I move forward 1, and we're going to turn. That's 2. And we are going to have these chaps as the target of the charge. So then we're going to move forward 3.
Who's the target?
Let's see. Well, those guys were there, so it's 1, 2. So I was here and I turned, and who's within 2? These guys. So they're the target of the charge.
Okay.
So I'm going to move adjacent to you, and you will make a morale check. You'll have a -6 on your die roll, but then you got a plus something for your leader. So you just go ahead and roll and see what happens.
Leader. +7. Yep. So +1. 63. There.
All right, so they're going to pass. So that should be real simple. So I'm here, so go ahead and take your shot at me.
What are those guys?
Whatever their printed value is.
They're some sort of like Jaegers.
So
They're a
it's just a
6.
1-to-1 shot. 16.
Yeah. Spectacular miss.
Well, that's okay. I was hoping you'd get that on your morale check instead. All right. So then I will go ahead and we just do combat. So I'm halved because you are in battalion mass. So you're whatever. Oh, you're. I've got what? 14. It's probably
Yes,
a
I'm
1-to-1.
11.
What have you got?
11.
Yeah, so it's a 1-to-1. So what does your leader add?
+7.
+7 to melee.
Yeah, or no, wait a minute.
That's
his
pretty
morale.
impressive. That's like
Just +1. Okay. So yeah, I was just like, I didn't think he was that good. That's like
That's
Marshall
godlike.
Murat kind of good. All right, so we're just a 1-to-1 with a -1. Here we go. 24 becomes a 23 at 1-to-1.
Hey,
So
you
that-
guys,
Yep.
those are Jaegers, so they can form a square.
They're in battalion mass already.
Yeah, they're in battalion mass. If they were in skirmish or something like that, they could form square. But they were already in battalion mass, so it's just a matter of making a morale check to stand in
Okay,
battalion
yeah.
mass. Yeah.
From skirmish order. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Okay, yeah.
All right,
from
so it's a
skirmish order.
bounce. So I'm going to bounce back. I'll take a loss and make a morale check. 1, 2, 3. I can't really get over the bridge yet, or over the little stream. And let's make a morale check. 51. They pass, so they're going to be exhausted. And then did you take a loss? You don't have to make a morale check, though.
No, I did not. So
Okay.
that's I will mark that. Increase.
All right, and you're under the bubble, and I'm going to be under the bubble for what it's worth. Let me clone that. Okay. All right, then we have this combat here. So I don't think I've taken any hits yet. I've got 56 doubled. I'm going to have
112.
112.
wow.
So what have you got, David?
I have no idea.
Well, let's see. You've got 11
Not
increments. You
112.
probably
We
got
just know that.
30. I'm probably thinking you got 33. If it's anything like the usual formula, maybe you got 34. Oh, actually, it's worse than that.
5 total. It's worse than that. So
Yeah. So 35 divided by 14
11 14ths of
times 11. You've got 27 and a half. So 112 divided by 27.5. So it is 4-to-1. So just a straight up 4-to-1, no pluses, no minuses. Here we go. 66.
Oh,
Well, that's about as good as it gets. So it's a good thing it
Wow.
wasn't 4.5-to-1. They would have surrendered. So they're just going to rout. They'll lose an increment and go running off.
so 1. It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, so remember, if the rule is to go on the most economical terrain, they would.
Well, you wouldn't be going closer to this guy,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
I would be moving away from anybody. So
Right. Well, you would just lose one more increment. That's all.
What? Go.
If you went there, you just lose one more increment. Is all. Right.
But
Or because otherwise, if you go here, crossing the sunken road is more expensive. Then you'd have to move over one of your units, and that's
still got to
usually
cross over. He's got to cross over a ditch, which would make it more expensive. The same, the ditch and the sunken road are the same.
Yeah, exactly.
So he would go over the sunken road.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he would go on the clear terrain first, so he could just go. Once he gets here, it's all he's parallel with the sunken road, so he doesn't pay anything to cross over it. So all I'm just saying is he would lose one more increment, and then he's just going to go straight down. So that way he's not going over the sunken road or the ditch or your own units. He just loses one more increment. Is all it is.
Number one for priorities of retreat is retreating units may never move to place themselves closer to the enemy.
That's why I was, to me, that's why he would go to that square first.
The sunken road.
And now the terrain at this point is this, and this is the same. I'd go that way.
Right. So if you move here, then it's clear terrain from here to there, as opposed to here to
right
there.
Here, right?
Yeah.
I started right there.
Yeah. So you would go
So he
one,
would go
two,
1, 2.
3, and then to cross the sunken road it's more expensive. Or you could go there 4, but then
still
you're
the
moving over
same.
the top
No,
of the unit.
That's still crossing either a ditch and the sunken road are the same.
No. What I'm saying is, if you're here in this hex, you could say that you're on the north side of the sunken road. You haven't crossed it yet, right? You're on that side of the sunken road, and then from there to there, there's no ditch. So that's what I'm looking
the
at.
sunken road.
But retreat priority 3, retreating units may not move through a hex containing other friendly units if another path exists. They would have to go over the sunken road.
Okay.
You want me to go through there? So
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I can't wait to play bar and see the two-page the two-page flow chart that handles this.
Oh, that's overcomplicated. It's not like that. It is not that hard. It really isn't. And
I know.
It's not
I'm kidding you, John. I'm kidding you.
I know you are. And it's not like Labatt where there's like 10,000 battles going on at one time. Combats.
Yeah.
It's much smaller.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, one charge was good and one charge wasn't.
Well, that's just the nature of the universe sometimes.
Now, we've already resolved that, but my one question would have been, as soon as I reaction, would I have moved forward 1 hex?
Would you have moved forward 1 hex? So the way they have the stuff with the reaction to the reaction is you signal that you're reacting and I signal that I'm reacting, right? And then we do whatever.
You couldn't react until I actually reacted. Because there wouldn't be anything for you to react to then.
Right. And then I
my
react to you, and then you are going to fight me. Because now you're the person who's
my
charging,
point
and
is,
I'm reacting.
I'm reacting towards your other cavalry unit. I'm
Yeah, can
moving
he
away from
follow the other
heavy.
unit.
Right.
And
So
you're slower, you're heavy. I'm just. I mean, I
no.
accept
For
everything
the
that's
sake of
happened, but
for the sake of the practicality of it, the way that they do the reaction charge is, if you would be able to, exit the zone or however they have it set, then you would do that. But so say for example we were adjacent to each other, and you signal that you're charging. You don't have to move for me to react to you. All you do is put a charge marker on you, and I react. Similarly, if I was adjacent to you and I opted to charge, you don't have to wait for me to move before you reaction charge. Nowhere in the rules does it say you have to wait for them to move before you can reaction charge. It's as soon as they declare a charge, you can charge them. So that's how that works, and that keeps it simple, because otherwise it gets very messy, where then you'd be fighting two cavalry, one who's coming in your rear and one who's in your front. I don't know.
Somebody might like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's usually we don't have that happening unless somebody is, the defender. Usually we don't have that with a reaction charge, and so usually I have this thing called turbulence, where then everybody adds up all the reactions. So if we had multiple reactions, we just add everything up and just do it as one single combat, which is what we did over there in the Moscow games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was always the problem with the reaction to the reaction to the reaction. So, and we had an interesting thing with it with the premiere. Okay, we're done with charges.
Hey.
Hey, indeed. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to our various and sundry movement stuff.
Right.
One, Rob.
Yeah, may as well go down there.
All right.
All right. Let me see where
Oh, I
we're
forgot to
going to
put
go.
a tired marker on mine too. So
Yeah. Okay, so for, let's see, moon number 5, which is my cavalry. What do I want to do? That's just very messy. Third heavies. Where are the third heavies? Third heavies. 1. Oh, nope, he's out of command. Okay. Do I have anybody else I want to kind of move up for the moment? Okay, we can have him go into normal mode. He's going to move there. That's the third heavies, isn't it? First. Third heavies. I don't know why I have a marker underneath him. Where is the first heavy? Oh, there's the first heavy with Borzel. Okay. So I'm going to move that back. All right. And what else can I do? This guy's got to come over here, and we will unlimber these guns. Okay. All right, that should take care of it for yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. Okay, I think I've got that sorted out now. Okay. All right, so that takes care of the cavalry. So that's moo number 5. All right, moving over to, who do we have? Oh, we've got Pajol. So we're going to pull Pajol back. So he's going to go, we can change him out of skirmish. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much does it cost to move through the town? Three for the, so that's going to be 6, 7, 8, and what have we got here? Yeah, I think we can get about that far. How much does Patrol have left?
He can't cross over.
No, I'm just trying to see how many increments he's got. I don't know if he
okay.
can make it across or not.
I don't think he can cross that. Only at the bridges.
Yeah, he would be crossing at the bridges, but the idea is after he gets across the bridge, what's he doing? So he's got 8 increments. There's 8 increments there. Yeah, so we're not going to exceed stacking if we go there. And we're not going to exceed stacking if we go over here either. So yeah, so he can make it over that far.
So he's got 2 guys.
And yep. So we'll just put him there for the moment and just rotate him like that. Okay. All right, so that's Pajol across the river and through the woods. Okay, now moving on to the Old Guard and Friant's division of chasseurs. This guy will go into skirmish mode and put him there. These guys are going to move up here, right? And then these guys are going to come and move up over. They're a bunch of useless people. We'll might as well park them there. The marching band. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna be right there, singing a song. All right, and then we've got Michelle. So let's finish up here. All right, and then this guy is going to move up, change into skirmish order. 2 hexes, and he'll then move there. Let's turn him slightly. There we go. And let's go ahead and have him. He will also do an assault. All right. So these are both old guard charges. So for the first one, we're here on these skirmishers. Let's take a look and see what it says for the old guard charge. It's been a while since I've done one. Stack makes a morale check with a -6 for the old guard charge. If it fails, it disorders in place. Don't retreat the unit half its movement points per normal disorder procedure. If it passes this check, it stands. If the target hex gives defensive fire. So let's do this one first.
I can't do the normal skirmisher withdrawals.
So it doesn't
Why
say
can't I?
anything about that. All it says is
I
the
would not be able to do that.
stack checks morale with a -6. If it
Well, normally I
passes-
would be able to withdraw.
Okay, then go ahead and withdraw.
Okay.
And in which case, then they're going to rout because they can't withdraw without violating stacking. So as soon as they get over here, they're just going to rout.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta get some. Don't have enough leaders to do that. Can't go back. So in this, so in the 5th you can't. Yeah, that's screwed up, boy. 5th you can't withdraw back onto a formed unit unless there's a leader there.
Correct. I mean, you can, but they would then, if the leader's there, then as long as you don't violate stacking, you're okay. But otherwise, you
Man, the rest of the games you can withdraw into a formed unit and stack with them.
yeah.
But
In this
5th,
case,
your
you
5th,
you
you have
would
to have a
you
leader
would
there.
retreat through them, but then you're just going to be routed on the other side.
Why would you?
Well, no,
Who
let's
would
just
be,
double check. 'Cause I think that was the case.
Who would be
with
routed?
the
The skirmisher?
But let me just double check because that's with a cavalry charge. I'm not sure what it is with anything else. So So somewhere here, retreat before combat is what we're looking for, right? So trilliers may retreat before combat, see trilliors. Other units may exercise this option, and these rules pertain to them. They include leaders and or circumstances, etc. So let's look at what it says for trilliors. Trillier retreat. As stated, when the target of an assault, they retreat before combat. This option is exercised the moment the assault is defined by the active player prior to the pre-melee morale check. This retreat is considered involuntary and does not trigger opportunity fire or opportunity charge. The path of retreat must be free of enemy units. The retreating trillier may use up to half its movement conducting this retreat, but must stop in the first hex, free of enemy zones of control. If the retreating unit cannot satisfy the above condition, it may continue to retreat up to its full movement potential.
Okay. So what I can do
that
is
uses greater than 1/2 of its movement potential conducting a retreat before combat is subsequently marked with a blank counter.
So it looks like I go back here with impunity.
Yeah. So you could do that, and then I could then declare these guys the charge, the old guard charge.
Well, can you just move around like that, or do you have to move in, advance in there, and hit the other guy?
It doesn't say who I have to hit.
Well,
I mean, the
normally
way
you
it
would
says is so.
you'd
this
advance
is-
into their hex, and you would then have a chance to assault the 10-5 if you wanted to.
Yeah, I could do that, or I could
Well,
assault these guys. So from
I,
here,
I
I
don't think
could
I don't.
go and assault those guys there.
Okay, all
Right.
right. Let's see.
So I
Okay,
could
so
move
we'll go
there,
back.
and
Okay, you're going to do
that's
that.
going to happen that's going to happen during the regular assault phase. If I'm understanding this correctly.
Okay, well then at that time I can retreat again if I want to. Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Hey, Eric,
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a quick question. So, John did a fire combat against a mixed stack with unlimbered artillery and infantry. He got a hit, which would go on the infantry, right?
That's correct.
Then the infantry made a morale check and failed. What happens to that? Does the whole stack, or does the artillery stay?
So the artillery stays, but the infantry moves back.
The infantry moves back, and the
Oh,
artillery stays.
So the infantry failed this morale check. The infantry is going to disorder back, right? It would go back 3 movement points or half its movement points, whatever the case is, and the artillery stays. Simple as that.
Oh, okay. And because you have to get 2 hits to get the artillery, right? Even if it's stacked on top.
Yeah. So if we're using if it's artillery stacked all by itself, we were using a higher fire defense value for it against musketry. We were using the fire defense of a skirmisher, right? But if it's stacked with infantry, the infantry absorb all the odd numbered hits, and the artillery would suffer any even numbered hits.
Okay.
So if you
All right.
did score, so say he rolled really well and he got 2 hits, one would go on the artillery and one would go on the infantry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
No worries. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so then I will just do that instead.
Okay, and this other guy, he's going to go back.
I don't know that you can. That guy can go back though.
Oh, wait a minute. It's the same situation. I get to retreat before combat.
Who does?
This guy over here.
But I'm a trillier and I move faster than you. Right? So I don't know that you can run away from me because I move.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I'm not sure.
Yeah. In fact, I don't even know if those other guys could run away from me. I gotta double check it.
I think.
Because you.
Oh, it's only one. I mean, you're talking about we're not to the distance yet. We're both moving 1 hex at that point.
No, it's about movement, the movement potential.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like to me that would make a difference at this point. You might catch him if you were way out in the open and you finally catch him. It's not that you're faster runners than I am. It's
The
just
only time it gets into the movement potentials when it's cavalry or limbered horse artillery.
Right. I think that's yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I was curious about because.
So I'll move this other guy back as well.
And he can move up to half his.
Yes, he moved to. I think it's 2 and 2 in the town hexes, I believe.
Yep. Yeah, so it's going to cost him 4 to move there.
He can move more than that.
He can.
But he can't.
If he moves more than half of his printed movement, then
He can't move
he
next
would be
time,
marked.
I think.
No, if they move more than half, they're automatically routed.
Oh, they're automatically routed?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm just moving them back to here.
Ah. So no, they can't
And
retreat.
2.
They can't retreat. So it's 11.6.2a. Trilliers may always retreat before infantry combat units if their movement potential is greater than the movement value of the assaulting units, or if the enemy unit is not also in trillier order. Infantry skirmish units may always retreat from formed infantry regardless of their respective movement potentials. So, you could retreat from the guy here who was formed infantry, even though I have a faster movement than you, but you can't retreat against this guy because he's in skirmish and he's got a faster movement than you. So you would need to make a morale check. We would do the old guard charge. You would make a morale check with a -6. And then if you stand, we would do fire combat, and then we would do melee combat.
Okay, all right. Okay, morale check.
So they pass. Okay. So now we would do defensive fire. So you're going to take a shot at me. You've got what? 3. You've got 9 to whatever my fire defense is in the town. Skirmishers in the town, 16. So 9 to 16. All right.
Okay.
So they didn't pass. Okay. So then I now. What do I do? Now I make a pre-melee morale check. If I fail, I disorder away per the normal procedure. If I pass, then I give offensive fire. So my morale
You're
is
11.
So and you've got what, 3? So it's a we'll roll the dice. 34. So I pass. So now I shoot at you, and I'm going to have 15 to your 16, so just shy of 1 to 1, and 51 I miss. All right, and now we do our melee combat. So I have you're halved, so you're with 2. I'm halved. I'm with 9. So it's going to be 4.5 to 1 odds on the melee chart. So here we roll
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 to 1 on the melee, on the assault chart. 64 at 4.5 to 1. They are going to rout.
Okay. And 2. Wait a minute. 1, right. 1 in the town. 2, 4, 6, 8. They're routed back to there.
Okay, so they lose an increment.
And they're routed.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to advance into that hex. And then we will have an assault against those guys in the next phase. So, all right. Let me continue on with moving the rest of the guys I've got here. So, let's go ahead and bring these guys down here. Okay. All right, so that just leaves, I think, Tests Division. That hasn't done anything exciting yet. So let's go ahead and we'll have this guy form into line. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. He's, yeah. Well, does it matter? Slightly. Okay, so we're going to have him form into line. And we will turn him that way. And this guy is going to form into line here. Good. And then this guy is going to form into line here. Good. And then this guy, let's see, 2, 4, 6, and whoops, somebody hit the undo button. All right, they're all in command right now. Someone keeps hitting the undo button. Someone really doesn't want my unit to move. Maybe Robert's doing something. All right, I think everybody's still doing something exciting so far. Okay, I think that takes care of things for test. So, all right, I think I'm done. So we can do our various and sundry shooting.
Why does this your one unit get a second assault there?
Because it's an old
Okay.
guard.
Old guard.
Charge. They get to make a charge or an assault in the movement phase, and then they get if they have movement points remaining, they get to make a one in the assault in the assault phase.
Now, what the other thing I see here though is it says that all assaulting units must enter the hex they assaulted.
Yep.
Also must enter the assaulted hex as a result of a successful melee. All facing and formation of advancing units must conform in the entered hex.
Oh, then you have to assault the 10-5 then.
No, you were in this hex, and I moved into that.
No,
hex.
no, I'm talking about this guy here. He wouldn't advance and skirmish into both hexes. He assaulted this hex right here.
Correct.
He would have to consolidate into that hex into whatever formation that he's allowed, which would be.
Oh, so you're saying that because he was in 2 hexes skirmish, and he advanced into that single hex, he would then
That's
go
where the
back to general
skirmisher
order.
was.
That's what I mean. That's what it's saying. That's the way I interpret what it's saying.
Okay, so then
assaulting units must enter the assaulted hex as a result of a successful melee.
Right.
This is what I don't know what number it is. It's 14.3 maybe. It's 14.3A near the.
No, this is the next. We're looking at the old guard charge, which is on page. What is this? Page 4 of the Dresden rules.
I mean, it's still an assault, right?
Hey, Eric?
Yes.
We're still having arguments over about the whole artillery still being there. There's nothing in the rules concerning that. If you have units that disorder in the hex, there's nothing in the rules that say anything about what happens to the artillery in that hex.
So the unit that disorders moves away. Why would the artillery also move away? It only affected the unit that's.
It only affects the unit that.
That
Well,
failed the morale
again,
check, right?
but if you have a stack of 2 infantry and the top infantry fails its morale, doesn't the whole stack go?
No. If it were the case where it was an assault, they would. Or
But on
the
fire
or they
combat,
would
it's
well
not.
no, the other units behind it would then have a negative on their morale check for the roll to close, or not the roll to close, but the pre-melee morale check.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but no, the artillery doesn't disorder. It's just because it didn't get hit. It's the infantry that are with it that took the hit and failed the morale
Okay.
check.
All right. Do you think you could finish this side for me? Because I have to get going.
Okay, yeah, no worries. What all did you guys get done? Did you get all your shooting done and everything else?
No, I haven't. We just started, and we've been spending this time debating about the artillery.
All right. Usually, what
So-
you do is just say, okay, we'll come back to it later, kind of thing. So,
Mhm.
did he do all of his defensive fire?
We just did the second stack, so we still I haven't shot any artillery or done anything.
Oh wow.
So he just shot at me with if you look with the artillery that's next to the artillery that's the out of ammo.
Right. Oh yeah. Okay.
So you
this
can
one
shoot
here.
back at that one. Yeah. So if you want, when you guys are finished, you can start with John on that side and then move through.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Did you do any of the other fire up here?
I only did the fire
with the skirmishers or anything like that.
Yeah, I did that fire already. Mhm.
Okay, and he did his fire as well. So it's just this was the next one, and so nothing else has happened since then.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Be well, Rob. Talk to you later.
All right. I'll talk to you
Okay.
later.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Okay. All right. So
Okay, so back to this
yeah,
situation.
so we had
Looks like
if I was in 2 hexes in line and I did an assault, you're suggesting that I would not be 2 hexes in line when I finish the assault.
Yes.
Of course, I have a
Well, I mean, that's
comment.
what it says under the assault rules there. So.
and is a old guard assault. Can you do that in skirmish order?
Why couldn't I do it? Why couldn't I do it in any
I don't
order?
know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
might
say
make
that
a
I have to
difference.
be in column or I have to be in
Okay.
whatever. It's just,
All right.
um,
Just asking the question.
Old guard infantry start.
I mean, I did advance into the hex that both of the hexes were adjacent to. For what it's worth. So you figure it out while I.
I got it.
Okay, well, it says that it proceeds immediately to the assault at melee procedure, and that's where it has that rule.
Okay, so. So it says conducts melee and the results of the melee are applied. If the old guard unit wins the hex and did not move its entire movement potential reaching the hex from which it launched the assault, then it may advance up to the full remainder of its movement potential and may end this movement with the conventional but second assault. That is, the assault marker is moved to mark the new target of the assault and await the coming melee phase for resolution. If the Old Guard unit does not advance to the second assault, then it is marked with a blank counter indicating that it's already moved and conducted melee this turn and may not subsequently be interfered with by enemy units assaulted or charged à cheval that have not yet moved. Interesting. Old Guard charges may be conducted by Old Guard regiments, individual battalions thereof, stacks of French units led by leaders from the Old Guard, one of the cited battalions of the stack above. Assaults that involve the Old Guard infantry but are not declared Old Guard charges are resolved as regular charges. Okay? Or regular assaults. Okay. So let me finish. I've got one more move that I didn't do since we've been diverted on this, and that's Gross's brigade over here. So I'm going to go ahead and move them. That's going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, and those guys will be over there. And these guys are going to go 2, 4, 6, 8. And this guy can go 2, 4, 6. He can go over, well, he can go over here. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think we ought to look. We'll look at this Old Guard that rotated.
So he was in general order. He comes out of general order, and I can adopt whatever formation I want him in, right? So he's in line now, and he's facing this way, and he's attacking those guys.
Okay.
Right? Because you said I had to go into the hex that was previously occupied by your troops, correct?
Okay, so he moved 1 to get it, 2 to get in there, 2 more, changed formation. When he changes into line, why can't I fire at him?
He's not changing into line. When he moves into that hex, he's moving out of general order into normal order.
Oh.
You have to adopt a formation, correct?
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a clear hex there.
Yeah, it's a clear hex.
Right.
So that's why I didn't move there from in column and then change into line. So that's what happened there.
Okay. All right, so he has a movement to do all that.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So he now can elect to.
Yep. So then he's just going to do an
Now
assault.
the other guy.
The other guy, I think, would be in general order now in the single hex he assaulted, but that's my own.
Okay, so you're
Yeah, me
saying that
too.
he should consolidate into that single hex.
Right.
Okay, and then if I change him into
continue as
skirmish
assault.
order.
Well,
He would get fired at.
Right. No, but that's what I'm wondering, right? If I change them into skirmish order. So I'll then just do a conventional assault there in the assault phase, and we'll just keep it simple like that. Or simpler.
Okay. Don't get a opportunity fire at you when you change formation in my face.
I didn't change formation in your face.
Oh, you did in both cases there. You changed from
So I
changed
was
from
so
general order. Okay, this is not
but
coming
it's
out of general order,
it's something
which is
called
automatic.
involuntary formation change, right? So
I
involuntary
agree with
movement does not trigger.
And you're staying in general order in this case over here, yeah.
Well, that's what.
You went from skirmisher. Okay,
Yeah,
involuntary.
I mean,
formation
I
change.
would rather stay in skirmisher, but David is saying that
All
I
right,
can't do
you got
that
it.
for whatever reason.
Okay, I got it. I'll agree
So-
with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what's up with that. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so now we can do fire. After all of that, we can do some fire.
all that.
Exactly.
Okay.
So here's the question of the hour. Where do we want to start? Is John with us, or did he run away?
Yeah, there is a slight little thing here. I'd hate to just, I don't know if it really means anything. It just says, however, units, that exit non-clear terrain receive general order, but must pay for the formation change cost for whatever formation they adopt in the new hex. In other words,
Yeah,
the
he-
unit may not exit general order unless it has movement potential to both change formation and enter the new hex.
And he did have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I had it in spades.
So it's moot. He can do it. So
Yeah.
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 All right.
All right. So
So
where do
now
you wanna
let's
start?
do our shooting. So we can start over here by Friedrichstadt, where we've got stuff to shoot. So you want to go ahead and shoot here at my
Yeah.
skirmish cavalry.
that was, if I remember right, 24 to 14.
Yep. So it was 1.5 to 1.
Okay.
Nope. All right. And I've got a couple of skirmishes at you, so I can skirmish you here, skirmish you there. So for the first one, nope. And the second one, nope.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Now, I've got right here next to it on the this old guard that's coming at me.
Yep.
I've got 3 there,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got this guy, whatever his mass is. Let's see what that is. It's a 6. So that's a 15 to
15 to 9.
15 to you're in line.
Line. Yep.
So 15. That's a 1.5 to 1.
Sure. 61 is a
That's
hit.
a hit.
All right. Oh, and I got to make a morale check.
Put that
12. Let's see if I pass.
here at 11.
Oh, I did. I passed.
Here.
Okay. All right. Let me
Okay.
shoot back. I will shoot at you here. I've got 20 to your 16, so 1-to-1 shot. And that's a miss.
Okay. All right. So I've got defensive fire down here.
Yep.
On the dude that's coming after me.
Yep.
I've got looks like I've got two increments in there.
So you're going to have 6 to 14.
I've got
Nine to
3
14.
increments. I got 9 to 14. Yeah.
Mhm.
9 to 14.
Nope. All right, and I'll shoot back at you. So I've got whatever my printed value is, 8. So 8 to 14. Nope.
All right, further down. Okay, we'll put all of these guys. We got 2 there, one there, 1 here, and 4 here. So we got 5. 5 times 15 to 15 to 14.
Yep.
Oh man, how miserable is that?
All right, I'll have these 2 guys fire here, so that's going to be 12 to 14. That's a hit. That's their
Okay.
3rd hit. I don't know what they got left.
Let's see.
On
Hold
those
on.
guys there.
See what they are. They're
Yep,
gone.
They're gone.
Okay. All right, I'm going to put them on. Where's our chart? I guess this is our chart here. So I put them out here. Guy Lau. Okay.
All right. Now we've got stuff down here along the wall.
Yeah. Okay, I'll fire. Let's see, we've got 1 through. I wish there was a way to. 3. No, that's 4. And here we've got
I think
Probably
just one
1.
increment there, yeah.
just 1. Just 1 there. So that,
Yeah.
let's see. 4. We had 4, 5 would
So it's
give
15
me
to
over-
16.
Oh, well, I'm going to just do the 5th. I'll just do 12 to 16.
So just these 2?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Nope.
Nothing. Okay. And then David, you do this shot on the other lunette or whatever, the
Okay.
artillery there.
All right, let me fire these guys while I have a chance. So this guy, whoops.
No,
This
that's
guy
not
and
part
this
of
guy will
David's
fire
shot.
there. So I'm going to have 16 plus 6. That's going to be 24. So 1.5 to 1 shifted to 2 to 1 odds on that. 35 at 2 to 1, I believe, is a hit. Yes, it is. So this chap has taken a hit.
Well,
And I don't
think
know what
he's
got
another.
left. He might only have 1 increment left as well. Yep,
Okay,
so
he's also
gone.
gone. So he has he has 1 plus this guy is a. Oh, they don't have much. So he has 1. He's got to have just 1. So that's only 2. So that's 6 to. What's your defense in the artillery? 12.
I thought it was the same as skirmishers, so it's like 16.
It's not a hit anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, got it. Okay.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Good. I'll have then this chap and this chap fire here on that chap there. Oh, that's a miss. Okay.
I guess what this guy and this guy.
It was a
firing
1 to
on
1.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or a little less than a 1 to 1.
That's only 10 to
Yeah.
14, whatever. So
Nope. Well, it's behind a stone wall, so it's 10 to 16 actually.
10 to 16, yeah.
Yeah. So closer to 1 to 2. All right. Let's move on then to over here. So this guy is worth 6, 12. Okay, so I've got.
I fire first, right? Because I'm defensive.
It's simultaneous.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay, so it's a 2 to 1 shot here. 34 at 2 to 1. That's a hit. And that's their 3rd hit, and they're half dead.
And
35 half dead is 25. Oh, yeah, they're going to disorder. So pick which unit you want to disorder over the top of.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's my morale disorder? This way. Oops. And
so you'd move back 2 hexes, so he'd finish himself there.
Yep.
All right, then you make a morale check there with a -6. 46 becomes a 36. Oh, and they're half dead as well, so it's actually a 26. And they pass. All right. Then over here we've got firing. So you got 6 to 9.
1 to 1.5.
Nope.
Big miss.
And I'll take a shot at you. I got to double check and see tests. Boys fight at the same rate as everybody else. Line units times 3. Okay. So I'll have 12 to 6, 2 to 1 shot there. 42, that's going to be a hit. And that's their 2nd hit, I believe. All right, then we've got firing here.
I still got a guy up in there. Jesus.
Yeah, there's not much left of
Has he
him.
got anything? Yeah, is he a 3 or a 4?
He's just, I think, got one increment left.
He's
Yeah.
a 3. Yep. So whatever. I'll just roll on. I don't even. No. It's nothing.
Okay, all right, and I'll fire back. I got 24. So that's 1.5 to 1, shifted to 2 to 1, and that's a hit. And they're finally sent off
The
to
graveyard.
happy hunting grounds.
Let's flip them over. Let's orient them, and let's put them on the thing. Wherever it is. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's it.
All right.
Part of Hess Homburg, right?
Yeah, he should be part of the Liechtenstein's light, that little group of light guys that were part of Liechtenstein's.
Yeah, but he's part of that
Yeah.
right wing.
All right. This chap here is going to fire there, so it's just going to be a 2 to 1. And that's a hit on the 17th, 2nd of the 17th.
Plus, and we make a morale check on the odd, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
hopefully they passed,
I think so. But
unless they're
32
feeling
years.
very much like Spanish mobs. All right, then I've got this stack of artillery here, and we'll fire. Who's a good target? Let's fire here, shall we? So that's going to be 24 to 6, 4 to 1. 15, even at 41. That's a single hit. All right, and then moving along the line now. John, are you with us?
I am.
Okay, cool. I'm going to shoot at you for
Where
what it's
at?
worth. Now we're over here on Robert's side, because I understand you only
Yeah,
did
well-
only did the skirmish stuff.
We did this fired, these fired. I fired on this.
Okay.
This is where we were having the what happens kind of a thing.
Right.
And so this guy took
Took a hit and failed his morale check.
yeah, but there's nothing in the rules that say anything about stacks. And this is the top unit.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, if the bottom unit took the loss,
Yeah.
so wouldn't it affect the whole stack then?
No. The top unit disorders and moves away.
Okay, but
I mean, the unit that failed the morale check disorders and moves away. So.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want. It's getting late for me, so I don't want to argue about this. But okay, so this guy then, this artillery then can fire. So you got that now.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do a shot there on this chap. So it's just going to be, I guess, what, 16 to 9. So 1.5 to 1, shifted to 2 to 1 for canister, and that's a miss.
Ouch. All right.
And I think that guy would make it over here, right? Because it's 2. He's got
Well,
7.
it costs
Oh yeah.
2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. It costs
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Who else have you got?
Then this guy right here would
Yep.
fire on that guy.
Okay.
And nothing.
Yeah. All right. And so then these. This guy's got 3, so that's 9 plus 6. That's going to be 15. So it's going to be
Now-
2.5 to 1.
One second, just it does in 17.2. It covers this thing. It says When checking the morale of a stack of units, roll once for the hex and compare this number.
Well, we're
Yeah,
not
that's what
we're not doing it for a stack of units though.
It is. That's the only thing that's there is a stack. It's for the hex. It's not, even though one unit is causing it.
yeah.
Well, if that's the case, then do you only go? So then, if the top unit passes the morale check, does that mean that the whole stack passes? Because the
Yeah.
morale of the artillery is better than it is for the infantry that took the hit. And where are we at? 17 point something?
17.2.
So how's about this? We look it up and we figure it out. Nothing else is going to happen with that unit between now and next week.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's not really clearly stated in here. So
Yeah, I mean, the way we've always been playing it was that, if the unit, in a case like that, the infantry unit disorders and moves away, and the artillery stays there. If the artillery took a hit and it failed, then it would disorder or it would suffer whatever the results were. So that's why we've always played where the unit that took the hit makes the morale check. The unit that So
we
let's-
can argue about this.
yeah,
another
we can
time.
we can figure out another
Yeah.
time. Let me do
'Cause
the
I'm
shot
fading-
here.
I'm fading fast, boys.
Okay,
Fading fast here.
yeah, 2.5 to
we
1
don't have
right
too
there.
much to go.
All right, so 2.5 to 1. That's
Just stop
a hit
mid-turn
there
after this.
Okay.
on that poor little benighted guy. So
Yeah.
he's got, that's his 5th hit. He's got to make a morale check.
Of -12.
No, oh yeah,
Yeah, because he's at 50% and he lost 50% to a.
oh yeah, to a single event. Yeah,
Yes, so
if he's very lucky, he'll run away. He's going to disorder.
Disorder. There we go. So he's gonna go 1, 2, 3.
How convenient.
It is.
Now I can shoot him again.
Okay, double jeopardy. All right.
Well, you can only shoot at one hex once.
Oh, I guess I could do this right here. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I guess I could have gone this way. I could have gone 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just retreat. Yeah, that would make more sense because going over
Oh,
your.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So then here I'll fire these chaps on him. So that's going to be 12. So it's going to be a 2-to-1 shot there with a +1 for my leader. Here we go. 16. That's going to be a miss. All right. What else do we have that's exciting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I could fire a 1-to-1 shot there with this guy here. So we'll do that 1-to-1. And that's a miss. And then we've got Drouot up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, what the heck? We'll fire on this unit here. So 1-to-1 on your guy who's in square there. And that's a miss. All right. Did Robert fire any of this? What's
you out
that?
of ammunition? Are you out of ammunition, or is it just an 11?
Just an 11.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And then I've got the. Did he fire the guns that are on the other side of the river?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go ahead and do that for what it's worth. So who have I got to target? Okay. Well, we'll fire here and then roll through there. So we'll have 6 to 14. And that's a miss. And then we'll have 6 to 6, a 1-to-1 with a -6. 62 becomes a 52 at 1-to-1. That is a hit, and I think that's the last of the Semolinsky Musketeers.
dead.
They are dead. Do you need me to move them off the table for
I
you?
do, yeah. For some reason, I'm not able to do that.
Okay.
They're right over here in the river.
Yep. No, I'm always happy to move your guys off.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. So he was a regiment. He should have been broken down.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's okay. So let's see, how many have you got? So he's worth, I presume, 2, 4, 6, 5. Okay, so the Russians will be on level 1 with that loss. So they'll have a -3 on any morale checks they have to make. So that's that's Whittingston's reserve
Yeah.
Well,
corps.
that doesn't stop till the start of the top of the next hour, right?
Right. Yeah, that doesn't start
Okay.
until the start of the 4 o'clock turn. I'm just making a note that,
Okay.
that's what's happened. Yeah. I don't think anybody else is in range. So now we can go ahead and do our assaults. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have this assault here. So, what do you want to do, Albert, if you're still with us?
Yeah. Okay, that one? Okay,
Yeah.
well, like, once again, I get to retreat if I want to.
Correct.
I'll retreat right back to here.
Okay. All right, and then I will occupy the hex. Okay. All right. And then this one here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna do
I'll
the same.
retreat back here.
Okay. Cool, and I guess I will occupy the hex.
Old guard. Or old guard pushes everything in front of them.
That's what they're supposed to do. All right, so now we would do morale checks. So I've got this cavalry, those poor Vistula Lancers. Let's roll for them. 62. They are going to recover. Not that they care. They'd probably be happier just running away at this stage. All right, and they got to be in column because they are just came out of being in route. So, okay. Who else? I've got this guy here first. So he's lost. He's half dead. So he's got a -12, but a +3 for Corbeneau. So he'll just have a -9 and a 13. So that's not any good. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, he's going to be right next to the marching band. That'll help him. All right. Then the cuirassier that's over here. 25. I'm suspecting that they're probably going to keep routing as well. Because that's going to be a 15. Yeah, he's got a morale of 21. So, Philippe. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's about as far as he can get. All right, and then I think Robert had this one guy that's disordered. Is that the only one on that side that you know of? So yeah, it looks like he's half dead and disordered. So 14, he's going to route. And he's already moved a few. So 2, 6, he's right there, I guess. All right, and we'll roll for this ammunition, see if we get it back. Nope. Let's see. This guy's recovered from, he didn't do any movement last turn. Bubbles come off. Bubbles come off. Bubbles come off. Okay.
Tired, or no, tired was part of that. Yep.
All right. Any other housekeeping to do here? I think that's about it for the moment. Yeah. So, good. Time we go back up to the cup.
I got a timeout, guys.
Okay, I'm going to take a timeout too.
Yeah, me too.
I got a
Bathroom break.
timeout till next Tuesday.
I mean, I would time it. Yeah, it's 11:16. I think it's time
Yeah.
to roll.
Yeah. Unfortunately for you, Eric, it's still early evening.
Well, Barrick's not there. He left.
Oh.
Well, you can go to sleep, John. I'll tell them what.
Yeah. I was up late last
Yeah.
night. I can't. I'm.
Yeah, I don't like this. I kind of don't like to play more than 3 hours anyway.
Yeah, I know.
you know what I
I've
mean?
got the attention span of a peanut, so I can't really, I can't do the marathon game.
Yeah, I don't like to play it. Well, I can. I do play that at like Tempe or someplace like that. I'll play for a long time.
Yeah.
But I get kind of on these vassal games. I get kind of like 3 hours, 3.5 at the tops is pretty much
Yeah.
it.
It gets a little fatiguing looking at the screen and moving around and trying to figure out what's going on. So
Yeah.
So okay, cool. All right, I'll see you guys Tuesday.
All right, John.
All right. All right.
You got a game going with him on Tuesday?
We're playing Army to Nord right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both learning it. We're just kind of playing it, just doing a kind of a playing around with it, trying. We're moving the pieces around and trying to figure out how to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. What games do you have? You have this one, and you're learning a game or something with somebody, right?
Yeah, Michael and I are going to
Yeah.
be doing Chateau's.
All right, I have
Eric?
returned.
Eric,
Welcome back.
John exited. I'm also wanting to exit, so I think this is a good time to stop for the night.
Okay, that's fine. I think all we
Okay.
had left was like reinforcements and regroup. Oh, and we
we still
have
got-
grand batteries for what it's worth.
Yeah, we've got a good 40. That's a good hour right there.
Yeah, that's going to take up at least half an hour.
Yeah.
So okay, good. I will
We'll
go
just
ahead
wrap
and
it up. We'll wrap it up the next time.
Yep, I will
and,
save it.
okay.
Save the game here as 3 p.m. mid. So okay, cool. All
Alrighty.
right, gentlemen, it's a pleasure as always. And we will then catch you guys next week. And David, did